everyone, I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm Tarasha, welcome to my channel. So we're going to do movies that I recommend. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I want to do a few before we get into next year. And this one, when I do these always have a theme behind it. This is going to be 90s action films. It's also, to be honest, when I was thinking about these movies, these could also be action movies from the 90s, but these could also be movies that are part of a franchise. So, the first one that we are going to be talking about is Lethal Weapon 4. I like the Lethal Weapon movies just in general, but the fourth one is my favorite. And the reason why the fourth one is my favorite is because you have Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, but you also have Chris Rock, you have Jet Li, and you have Joe Pesci. And when you put all of them in a movie with a great script and great acting, you could do anything. To my understanding with Chris Rock is the fact that he was ad-libbing with his comedy in that movie. And the first time I ever seen that movie, you could tell that he was ad-libbing, but they were laughing with him and stuff. It was just a really good movie. Now, the second movie is one of my favorite movies. I have talked about this franchise before, which is Bad Boys. The first Bad Boys, in my opinion, out of all the Bad Boys movies is number one. Okay. You have Martin Lawrence, Will Smith. You have Will Smith just doing his thing, being funny, doing his action, doing him and Martin Lawrence. I've said this before, have good chemistry with each other. And then you have Martin being Martin, right? His comedy will always be up here, okay? When it comes to comedians like Martin Lawrence and Dave Chappelle and Eddie Murphy, I always pay attention, right? And with Martin Lawrence just being like with his community, it just keeps going in that movie through the first one and through the last one, which I have talked about before. It is just amazing what both of them can do over the years with these movies. In my opinion, with Bad Boys, the first time I ever seen the movie, I was not supposed to watch it, but I have an older sister, and I just blame everything on that. But I was listening to music I was not supposed to be listening to. I was watching movies that I was not supposed to be watching. Same thing with TV shows. I blame it all on my sister. That's it. That's my excuse. But I love Bad Boys. Now I want to say this too. You have two amazing actors, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. A lot of people know this, but at the time in the 90s and stuff, they both had great TV shows on. Martin Lawrence had Martin, and Will Smith had Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And both of those shows are iconic and classic. And period, point blank, period. Now, the next movie that we're going to talk about is the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That movie is just here, okay? Everything throughout that movie is just amazing, right? And there's three of them, the live action ones. There's three of them, the ones from the 90s, because there are plenty other movies from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I'm talking about the first one and the two that came out right after the first one. Now, in my opinion, the first one is really good. The second one is also really good. Also, I would put, if it was me, I would put the second one, the second one, the second one, the first one, and then the third one. But the reason why we're talking about the first one is because that was just everything. Okay, the comedian, the action, just amazing, right? And one of my favorite turtles is Michelangelo. Michelangelo, uh, so good. I love Michelangelo. All of them are funny. All of them cowabunga. They all have pizza. It's just, I think when in the first one, um when they were little turtles and uh they were little turtles and you see them and they started speaking and stuff. I believe one of them said radical radical and the other one said pizza. Oh, so good. Every time I watch that movie, I just quote that movie and stuff because it's just a great movie. It's just so good. And I recommend all three of these movies because they're great movies, but they're also great movies in a franchise, which is amazing, right? And we have a whole bunch of franchises. And I probably will speak more about my favorite movies and franchises because because most of the franchises that I've watched, I love them. These are just some of the few franchises that I love. There's other ones like the Marvel franchise and the Fast and Furious franchise, James Bond franchise. I could go on and on because there's so many franchises. But I will speak on my favorite franchise movies probably in the next movies that I recommend. But I hope everyone is having a really good day. But before I get off, what is your favorite movie from these three franchises? Y'all tell me in the comments. And who's your favorite turtle in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I hope everyone is having a really good day. I'm Tarasha, and if you guys want to subscribe to my channel, and over here we talk about the things that we love. I hope everyone's having a good day. Bye.